Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm a wood flooring contractor, and this is me ranking unique looking wood floors.
On October 29, 2012, Hurricane Sandy hit New Jersey and toppled thousands of trees. We repurposed 10 of the trees that had fallen in Tuaco to create the floor in the mosaic room. Segments of the trees, ranging in size from 6-inch to 36-inch diameter, were cut into 1-inch thick discs using a portable horizontal sawmill. Branches were then cut into pieces to fill the gaps between the larger discs that were used to create the finished floor. There were over 5,000 discs used to make up the mosaic room floor. That equates to more than 400 feet of trunks, limbs, and branches used to create this masterpiece. The wood discs were artistically arranged on the subfloor, then epoxied and screwed into place. The design had to take into consideration the shrinking and checking that takes place when wood dries. The entire process has over 10 stages, which took more than 9 months to complete. Cut from branches are used to fill the space between the larger discs. Every piece was individually glued and set by hand. All the wood used in this floor came from fallen trees from Tuaco, New Jersey, home of Rail Steakhouse. After the wood was installed, a special product was applied to cover the wood and fill the space between the discs. With the help of Don from Abbott Wood Floors, we then sanded the surface to be flat and level. The wood was then finished to reveal its natural beauty.
Yeah, wow, that's really cool. That is a beautiful floor, and it's made out of a ton of like live sawn sections of trees, and also what I call cookies, which are just those rounds that are cut out of a stump or a tree trunk. I've never done a floor that looks anything like that. I've got a friend who did a floor similar to that. Seems like that the majority of the work in that is just the material collection and then all of the like time it takes to glue each piece down individually. There is a good amount of design in there for sure. Like, I don't want to discount that in terms of how they arranged everything, but in terms of really unique floors, that seems like a ton of work went into collecting the right material with the right look and getting all the right products to make that material both be able to be laid on the subfloor and then also filled in so it's like a perfectly smooth floor. Maybe not the most like fine technical skills and expertise I've ever seen, but a beautiful floor, and all the effort they put into that shows. So looks like that's this one. I would probably rank that up there as an A tier.
In a bid to revitalize the lobby of their commercial building, the owners sought to replace the outdated flooring that was installed back in the 1980s with a sleek, contemporary design. The goal was to infuse the space with fresh, modern aesthetic that incorporates maple, white oak, and marble elements, which serve as the centerpiece of the lobby. To achieve the perfect circle, engineered, unfinished flooring was chosen for its flexibility and straightness. Full-length material was utilized for the outer circle to eliminate visible joints. Mitered angled triangles in the outer circle added visual interest, while stained oak triangles flanking the interior square provided a contrast in depth. Crafting the circle presented its own set of challenges. Specialized tools such as routers and custom-made track sections were employed to ensure consistency. Working around existing columns posed additional obstacles, necessitating the use of precision.
Let me figure out how they did the actual curving on there.
Were employed to ensure consistency.
That is a impressive series of Festool track saw tracks, and that would be, what does that look like? 1, 2, 3. Wow, that's a long run. They didn't actually show how they cut like the circular feature in that floor, or at least I don't fully understand how they did that. But in terms of like technical craftsmanship and making sure all those lines come together seamlessly and the lines of the inner square match up to the outer squares, and the accent square that's stained darker is like perfectly 90 degrees to the other square. Would that be 90 degrees? No, 45 degrees to the other square. Yeah, that's like a lot of fine craftsmanship in there. So a little bit less like unique wood collection, a little bit less of a super fancy type of unique wood. Imagine the tile guys also had just tons of talent because they're cutting that tile in a circular pattern, it looks like, to match up to the wood floor. So top tier craftsmanship. For me, I don't necessarily think the wood is top tier. So I'm going to rank that as an A.
The Floormaster Company is no stranger to pushing the boundaries of wood flooring design. For his own home's main room, he embarked on a quest to create something extraordinary. Dubbed the Blue Wave, this floor is a testament to Shishka's ingenuity and passion. The floor features blue panels made of quarter-sawn white oak, interspersed with multi-species squares and a handmade border inspired by ancient Greek patterns. The creation of the border pushed Shishka to his limits, with over 2,600 hand-cut elements arranged to form 3 intertwining lines. Shishka hand-cut, hand-scraped, and hand-painted each element on site, resulting in a floor that exudes artistry and sophistication.
That floor has just a ton of work and detail put into it. The fact that all of those pieces are hand-cut, hand-scraped, hand-fitted in there, and then I think they said on the border that he carved out that border. So to carve out that border that consistently in a repeating pattern is super impressive. And then to add like different coloring elements to all the different parts of the floor, to stain different parts different ways. Obviously the middle of the floor is blue. But I don't love the blue color of that floor as much, although I do appreciate that, like, to achieve that level of craftsmanship is just untold hours and time and creativity, and also monotony at the same time. So I think the work that went into that floor, just for one guy doing it in his house, is the most I've seen so far in any of the videos I've watched. That said, personally, I don't love the look of that floor. So if this is like my personal preference on the appearance of the floor, I'm actually going to give this a B.
Renowned for his artistry, Tom Urata of Urata Designs unveils a masterpiece that epitomizes creativity and meticulous planning. This 100 square foot floor in a hexagonal room is a breathtaking display of nature's beauty and human ingenuity, integrating wood from previous projects and found materials such as a salvaged tree stump from the roadside and other wood from a rotted stump that he discovered during a walk in the woods. Despite initial doubts about its reception, Tom's floor stands as a testament to his vision and commitment to creativity, and pushes the boundaries of conventional wood flooring.
Wow, that is unbelievably impressive. Like, that floor is incredible, and it has all of the elements of difficulty that I've seen in the previous videos. So the unique material collection, putting all of those materials together, and like I said, he collected those personally over time, leftover flooring projects, or found stuff out in the woods. Just the intricacy and detail of all of those little features, the way that flows together, like you have the middle two, I'll call them triangles, but the middle two 3 forked tree sections that are going out, and then you have like a tree section that flows all the way around through them. It looks like it passes through a hole in them. And then below that you have kind of the sunburst sections of floor that look like a maple and some reddish colored wood that come out from that. But if you notice, like, the maple comes out straight, but then the reddish color wood underneath is cut in a sunburst perpendicular to the way it's flowing around the floor. Like, there is so much going on in there. That's the most impressive thing I've seen so far, for sure. And I'm going to rank that as an S. I love the pattern and look of that floor. I mean, there's a lot going on and it's busy, and some people probably wouldn't like it for the busyness, but I just love natural elements. I love seeing sections of trees, like slabs in the floor, all of that.
In the confines of a 3,000 square foot project, Mariusz Karnas of H&M Flooring Design embarked on a journey to create a gift for a friend that would stand as a testament to craftsmanship and creativity. With most of the floor laid, a 150 square foot entry foyer remained. Given free rein to choose a design, Mariusz was inspired by memories of the stone and tile combination he had once seen. The result? An irregular basket weave pattern unlike any other. Where character grade white oak pieces are curved instead of straight, every piece was cut by hand, with Mariusz opting for a jigsaw and an oscillating belt sander to achieve the precision. The final touch was a natural look, which enhanced the inherent beauty of the wood, providing the perfect complement to an exquisite design.
Wow, that's really cool. Curved lines are just hard to cut into wood, and it's really hard to cut curved lines and then have other pieces perfectly match up to that curve. Straight lines are easy, saws cut straight lines, but like you saw, he did a lot of that, or he did all that by hand. He cut all the curves by hand. And what they have here with the basket weave is typically just like a straight grid. And I love how it's almost a basket weave, but when your eye sees that, it thinks, wow, there's something really different and unique about that. And I really like a high level of craftsmanship that gets a little bit understated in a floor, where it's not just screaming at you, but your brain has to look at something and it appreciates it, but it has to take a while to figure out, like, why does this look so unbelievably impressive? And for this one, like, I think it's just all those curved lines and stuff. You don't see that in a finished wood product as much. You see a lot of curved lines in trees and the way that the tree actually flows. I just think that's unbelievably impressive. And like, my personal taste, I just love to see that level of craftsmanship in a little bit of an understated way. So I am actually probably going to rank this one as an A tier, because I just really like the look of it.
Utilizing the Leica 3D laser scanner for precision templating, the team executed the homeowner's vision of a curved border within the columns, forming an oval. Challenges such as scaling the border design and integrating it within the room's contours were met with precision and ingenuity. Material selection was deliberate, with Merbeau chosen for its rich hue and stability, complemented by rift white oak strip flooring to evoke elegance. In every aspect, this award-winning floor exemplifies the convergence of tradition and technology.
That's really cool. Zara makes some really cool floors. I've installed one of their floors in the past. That is a very intricate floor, and kind of what that harkens to are a lot of the old world floors in Europe, where you would have parquet patterns like that, and then like you saw on the edge, kind of the floral leaf pattern with, there's a wheel in there, kind of looks like a flower. All of that you'll see in old world floors in Europe, and all of those floors, they did that stuff by hand. So they cut all of those curves and everything out by hand, and like, it's just an incredible amount of time and craftsmanship. So I think this floor is fantastically beautiful, especially with the woods that they've chosen to put in there. Personally, if you're doing all of that with the machine, I think it's great. There's a lot of expertise that goes into just getting it laid out, and I'm sure making the machine operate correctly and making sure everything fits together. So that's really impressive. I don't think it's quite as impressive as doing all of that by hand. And so I love the look of that floor. Absolutely beautiful floor though. Fantastic looking, and I am probably going to rank that up as a, should I go B or should I go A? I think I'm gonna go A on that. It just looks so impressive. It just looks impressive.
Since its construction in 1934, the Andrew Mellon Auditorium has stood as a historic landmark. When tasked with restoring its original 13,500 square foot ornamental chevron floor, Universal Floors undertook a monumental project that required unparalleled precision and expertise. Despite a new flooring installation in the same pattern by another company just over 20 years ago, the floor had already deteriorated significantly, necessitating another replacement. High-quality materials, including solid rift and quartered American white oak flooring, were selected and installed as a complement to the auditorium's grandeur. Every aspect of this restoration was carefully planned and executed, beginning with the intricate hand cutting of each board to a precise 45-degree angle. Custom curved borders and diamond inlays were painstakingly created on site. Lasers and braided fishing lines were used to establish control lines essential for maintaining accuracy over extensive runs and around massive columns. The finishing process, which included water popping and double burnishing with a hard wax oil, resulted in a beautifully understated luster that enhanced this floor's timeless appeal. In preserving the Andrew Mellon Auditorium's flooring, Universal Floors Wood Floor of the Year not only upheld a piece of architectural history, but also set a new standard for future historical renovation projects.
I mean, that's just impressive for both sheer scale and like the layout that they had that floor in. Chevron floors are not easy to install. I've installed chevron floors in just small offices, and like keeping all the points lining up and keeping all your control lines correct, keeping everything straight. And I mean, just like you see in the video, they've got material that they then take and it looks like they kind of remanufacture a little bit to make sure it is spot on and perfect, which in a chevron floor, any little thing that gets off will knock like the whole pattern off, which is crazy. So that across 13,000 square feet where your chevron points aren't all just going down from one side to the other, but it looks like they run in sections. I think the wood is beautiful too. It's just the Rift White Oak is really pretty wood. A lot of people just love the consistency of the look and all that. There's just so much planning that went into that one, and craftsmanship, and just making sure that the material is perfect. So, man, I just think for the logistics and the final look and just the size, so many things were stacked against them in terms of the scale and the scale of the team you had to have. I'm gonna put that as an S. This has been me ranking unique looking wood floor installs. Tell me what you think of my rankings, and also put your rankings down in the comments below. And also send me any floors that are unique you want me to take a look at. Don't forget to like and subscribe.